I'm live. I am live. Let me make sure this. Um, Real quick, I want to talk about. I'm gonna say this, man. Expectations. Sometimes you got to reevaluate your expectations, man. That's how I'm gonna start this show. You got to reevaluate your expectations on different things. Um, are your expectations versus reality? Your expectations versus you know, reevaluating. So, like I said, your expectations versus your reality. Are your expectations realistic? Like what you expect of others, what you expect of yourself. Like, that's like me going out and saying, "Hey, I expect when I first start to work out, I want to run a 7 minute mile." When I was in the best shape of my life, I didn't run a 7 minute mile. So, expectations, man. That's the thing, man, for me. So, he's pulling up. He's on the way. With no further ado, I guess I didn't hit the button right, huh? Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
there
did.
we
Yeah, I
go.
did.
Okay.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
There we go. You ain't talking about a 7 minute mile, boy.
Yeah,
When?
I'm just saying. What's good, my
When?
brother? Holy 20. What's good? What's good?
Yo,
What's
what
good?
up, Jay? What up, Jay?
Nah, I'm
What up,
just
Jay? We had a very
saying.
shout out to Jay, man. But I know we're not there yet. But shout out to Jay. We had a very spirited conversation this weekend, and
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want, I don't.
dope. That's
I want
dope.
you to, I want you to understand that it wasn't, it's still all love, and you know that. So I just want to
Yeah,
say
nah,
shout
my
out to
guy
my
low
little
key
brother.
fire, bro. Like,
Yeah,
he's a great person to have a conversation with, man. He gives you a different perspective on a lot of things.
every time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What's good? What's good? What's good? Should I start the show or should I just? Yeah.
Yeah, start the show, baby. Come on now, start the show.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the All Done Podcast. I am DJ Tracy and Shakes, the chosen one.
Your
This is my
chosen
brother
one.
Tracy. Tracy, what's
What
good, man?
up? I don't got no. I'm just Tracy, so I'm gonna just. That's cool with me. I'm just Tracy. I don't got no
We're gonna
thing, but
get you a drop, bro. We're
I
gonna get you
appreciate.
a drop. We're gonna get you a drop, and I'm gonna hit the button when we start our show. I just having a DJ.
I respect
Yo,
it. I respect it. I appreciate the family,
let
though.
me
I
tell you
appreciate
something.
it.
I was
Yeah.
listening to one of our people on the We Ain't Done podcast, right?
No doubt. No doubt.
And they
Shout
was
out.
talking about like, yo, if your girl go to the DJ booth, you might as well let her go this, that, and the third. And I come to tell them, bro, like, listen, it ain't like that.
It
Like my
ain't. It
lady
ain't
be with
like
me.
that.
Nah, my lady be with me when I'm DJing. She be by my side.
Is it not like that for you?
No, I think I know a lot of DJs. Most of them like engaged, married. Like they be chilling. They doing their
No,
job.
I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get
The
into
DJ got to
it.
DJ Shakes, let's go, baby.
the DJ got to be liked or whatever.
Okay,
So
listen. I'm not gonna listen. DJ Envy, Erica Mena, like yeah, there's been examples of
I
DJs
mean,
kind of.
there are. I mean, but you got to think these are like I'm sure they DJ, but they also like radio personalities,
It
TV
doesn't
personalities,
matter.
stuff
That's
like
the
that.
goal, though. The goal is to be right a radio personality, be good, right. We want to get as many bags as we can.
No, that's a fact. But I'm just saying. So when it comes to what made it bad is they was like on the show, they was like, oh the DJ and and the security guard too, bro. I did that, so
You did them
it was
both.
crazy.
You in
They,
trouble.
yeah, I'm not in trouble. My lady knows
No,
she
no,
be
no.
by my
It's
side.
love. It's love. It's
She
love.
be
It's
by my
love.
side, bro. She
No
be
doubt. Miss
right
Lindsay,
there.
much love to you. Love to you. You is one and only. Let's get this. Let's
I
get this thing moving
have a
forward.
story. I don't know if she's gonna listen to this or not, but I got
Uh
a
oh.
story.
Go tell. You got a
One time
story to tell. Okay.
I was
Uh huh.
DJing. A little 21st birthday party, and I'm on the stage doing my thing. My lady with me.
A 21st video. Okay.
My lady with me.
Uh huh.
And the girl walks up to the stage and goes, "Do you drink Patron?" And I'm like, I dabble.
Yeah. He
And
does. He drinks it.
I dabble. And she's like,
Yeah.
"I got a shot coming your way." And I'm
Mm.
like, "All right, cool." But as I turned and looked, my lady looking at me, and she just mocks her like, "Do you drink Patron?" Like, but it wasn't on no, it was on like, yo, the DJ having a good time. Let's make sure he drank. Which, fun fact, I don't drink a lot when I DJ.
Which you shouldn't. I mean, you should. It's a professional setting for
Yeah,
you,
I'm
so you
at
shouldn't
work.
go crazy. You shouldn't go crazy.
I'm not at the point where I feel like, all right, even wasted.
I can still kill this set. I mean, as I drink more, I get into it. But nah, I don't drink a lot when I DJ. A lot of
But you
times
can't
I'll
get
have.
wasted, right? And
I've
I
seen
think that's a brilliant point.
DJs get
Yeah,
plastered.
but that's a brilliant point because shout out to the people if you got a dream, you taking some entrepreneurship shit for real, you can't just show a plaster to it.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. You ever seen Passion of the Christ?
One time, and then I was like, yeah, this made me sad.
Did you cry?
No, I've only cried at one movie.
And I got this from another podcast, and they was talking about it. But
Yeah, give it to me.
do you think our parents should have made us watch that movie when they did?
No,
Like, was that appropriate for us to watch?
I think I was a movie kid, and you were a movie kid, so we were always sneaking around watching shit that we shouldn't have watched cinematically.
I don't think my parents took me to the movies or anything. I think we had a bootleg DVD of it.
That's what I'm saying. I think you
we
did
ripped
too.
off Jesus.
You know what's crazy? I think I specifically remember your family's bootleg copy of Passion of the Christ and being like, why did Norsey and Ray do why is this a thing?
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say my parents still have that DVD cover.
I told you, I knew I remembered that. That's 30 years ago. I know I remember that. There was a bootleg copy of Passion of the Christ in your house. And I remember specifically being like, I don't want to deal with this. This is not me. I'm good. But yeah, eventually I did end up seeing it, and it was like, this is super sad. Some things you just don't want to relive.
You ever have a movie make you cry?
I told you I had one, yeah.
Which movie was that? You said Passion of the Christ? You said it didn't make you cry, though.
No. I said I had, it wasn't Passion of the Christ, but I did. I've had one movie in my life, one scene that really broke me down. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
What movie?
We're going to get into my tears. We're going to get into my feelings.
I want to know what movie made you cry, not why it made you cry.
Oh, no, I mean, you can't tell. You have one without the other, but fine. Okay, it's the ADP family, and we family in here, so I will share that with you tonight. And I'm surprised you don't know this. And maybe once I start to tell the story, you'll know. So when I was a child, not really a child, well, this movie probably came out in the late 90s. I was always a movie guy. So my mom would watch movies like Belly, Players Club. There were movies that adults wanted to watch that we weren't allowed to watch. And so one of those films was Set It Off.
I can see it. See? Exactly. I can see it. You ain't got to explain. I can see it.
No, but I got to explain it now because they don't.
You ain't got to explain it, bro.
No, they might not know. I have to explain it. Be quiet. So, yeah, one of them will Set It Off. And so the movie itself is sad. There's many sad parts, right?
Yeah.
Her brother gets murdered. He can't afford to go to college. They're killing black people. These black women are working in this janitorial service. They feel like they can't get a leg up, so they start about. The whole movie is sad. Yeah. None of that stuff made me cry. But there's one scene, day after day, seems like
ain't no way you just started singing.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you're from the community, you know what I'm talking about. So at the end of the movie, Queen Latifah lets Vivica and Jada out the car. They try to get away, and she's like, I'm going to take them away. And she ends up getting, killed by police.
Down. She went crazy though.
She went out like a thug.
Shout out to Cleo.
And when they killed her, that shit broke my heart, bro.
Shout out to Cleo, bro.
That was
Queen Latifah. Love that queen.
Yeah, bro. When they killed Queen Latifah and Set It Off, and day after day seems like I put. Yeah, that shit made me cry, bro. I was sad.
Even to this day, like if you watch it, it gets you choked you up.
It gets me emotional. I don't watch it no more because
I haven't seen it in a minute.
No. I watched the movie, but that's like the last 10, 15 minutes. Once it gets to that point, I'm like,
you cut it off?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to see it because somebody
said Love Jones made them cry.
Nah, that's crazy. But yeah, that's romantical. That's romantical. But yo, it was real because. Number one, it was like police brutality. It was just a lot of emotions.
There was a lot of things in that movie.
They didn't have to kill Cleo like that. They could have shot her a couple times and the beef would have been over.
And it get you. Well, she kind of pulled out and was.
Yeah,
You know
They thought she died, and then she
and,
jumped out, still
and she
busting.
went crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
was
she was the
crying, bro.
original King
That
Kong and got
that
shit on the
shit.
person.
I shed tears, bro. When they shot Cleo and set it
Damn.
off, I was like, nah, bro. And then that
But
song,
Cleo's death made you cry, but Jesus'
it's
death and the
it's the
Passion of the Christ didn't make you
I
cry.
I love my Lord and Savior, but Cleo was a thug and went out like a
And
gangster.
you
I related with that
related to
character,
her.
and
When
like
she
I
said we're
said,
gonna get more
it
money.
wasn't just about her dying because shit, people die in movies all the time, but her paired with her dying in that song. I don't know if y'all heard that song, but if
Yeah,
you
I know the
don't,
song, bro.
like Lord, you need to listen to that song. If you don't get emotional with that song, you're a
It's
lot. You're a
equivalent
lot.
to, damn. Oh, a Sarah McLachlan joint. You feel me?
It was, bro. It was a black Sarah McLachlan joint. It was a black Sarah McLachlan joint for sure.
Okay.
That shit made me.
Birth of
That shit got me emotional. I ain't gonna lie.
Birth of
Now we off
a
in the
Nation
tangent.
got me.
That
Like
one was another one. Ooh, that's
I was
another
in
one.
tears in Birth of a
That's
Nation. This not
a
even
good
on
one.
no. This is not our regular pro black rant.
That's real.
Sing what? Tracy, sing it again,
Nah,
Tracy.
come on, y'all wild. I'm not about to keep singing it now. Come on now, yeah.
But nah,
Come on now.
yeah, for real. The Birth of a Nation got me, and throughout the
That was
whole
deep.
movie, of course, we know how slavery went, kind of, and stuff like that, and
No doubt.
how bad it was. But
For real.
when they were showing the bodies hanging and Strange Fruit was playing, bro,
It was the kid. It was the kid that they hung that snitched, like tried to get out of the trouble, but like he snitched and they still killed
yeah,
him. And then they
man.
like
So
panned out, and then I was
Birth
like,
of a
damn,
Nation
that's
got me,
tough.
bro.
It didn't
But
make me cry though. It didn't make me
nah,
cry. I
yeah.
was sad. I was like, damn, that's tough. But no, it didn't make me cry.
I seen somebody say that on a joint I was watching, Roots. They
No,
said
that's
Roots is
real.
crazy. I can't
No,
really
that's real.
remember watching Roots, but
Nah, that's real.
nah,
All the same, Amistad is another one. Like, yeah, you got some, but that's the thing. My mother would watch Roots and Amistad. Now, obviously, we're kids at that point in the early '90s when these things are coming out. I never cried when I seen that. Like, it was sad, but I'm like, damn, that's messed up. Like, I gotta put on for my ancestors. But when Cleo died, nah, I felt that. I felt that shit.
Cleo hurt you. It was
Nah, I felt that shit
Cleo,
in my
Mufasa,
soul, bro.
all of them, they hurt
Yeah,
you.
nah, bro. I felt that shit in my
Braveheart,
soul, bro. Yeah,
I
he's
think you
wildin'.
just a crier, homie,
Yeah,
because
he's
you just
wildin'.
name a
He's
movie, you was
wildin'.
like, yo,
He's
they got me.
wildin'. He's
And
wildin'.
there's nothing wrong with that, yo. Crying is cleansing for
You
the soul,
emotional.
bro.
Word. I don't want to make it seem like we dumping on that. Like, no, that
Crying
ass, if you want to
is
cry,
definitely
cry.
cleansing for the soul.
Word.
Like, I've
Word.
cried
Word.
once in my life, I'm
No
sure.
doubt, bro. If you want to cry,
I mean,
cry, gang.
Cleo. Well, Cleo got you. I was just wondering that. That's not even what we was here to talk about. I was just at work thinking about that, bro. And,
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead. That shit was
Yeah,
sad. It was
so,
sad, bro. It was sad. Go ahead.
Yeah, but let's see. Shout outs. You got any shout outs today? You got anybody you bigging up, shouting out?
I just got one tonight. I just got one, and just my life in general, and my partner's life impacts this podcast. Obviously, right? The things that we go through, they play a part in the things that we want to talk about. And so, in my estimation, I want to say, yo, shout out to single fathers. Shout out to the fathers that's out here trying. And
Facts.
So I know our system isn't always set up for you to win. And I know, you're dealing with a touchy relationship situation that people are unhappy in. But I want to say, shout out to the fathers that continue to try to strive and to continue to be in their children's lives and want to do the best that's for them. Because fathers we don't, and I'm a father, a single father too. So we don't get enough credit. And I don't think, when I say credit, I don't mean like black men, and I'm talking to black men specifically. Mm-hmm. We don't walk around looking for pats on our back. That's not what it is. But I mean, the respect that parents get, it seems like black men are often foregone in that. Like black men are not just out here raising kids with a deadbeats. There's so many stereotypes around black fathers. And so for my shout out segment tonight, I want to say, sincerely from the bottom of my goddamn heart, because I'm familiar with the struggle. Shout out to single fathers and black fathers specifically, going through that struggle. And not even just with your BM, you got to go through it with navigating other relationships. Yep. There is a plethora of different things that you can't understand if you're not in the game about what that struggle really is. And so,
No, that's a
yo,
fact.
Black fathers, yo, y'all keep pushing, man. You're doing a great job. If nobody tell you, the ADP is here to tell you, you're doing a great job.
Yo, you
And
trying, bro.
your time and your presence is valued more than they want to let you know.
Yeah.
And so, yo, shout out to the Black fathers.
Shout out to y'all, B. Like I got, I got my three. I'm a bonus dad though, so but I got my three. But one thing I make sure I do, and I'm very conscious in doing it. I make sure I I show the utmost respect for their father,
Real shit.
no matter what the situation may be. Which, like I said, they're both real good guys. To my knowledge, one of them I'm actually pretty cordial with, pretty cool with. But in the kids' eyes, their dad will never do no wrong in my opinion.
No
Um,
doubt.
I remember it was funny because she's been waking up repeating this kinda, and she was saying so her dad did something, and she was like, he touched something that it didn't burn him. I said, yo, he's a superhero,
No
and
doubt,
she
bro.
was just like, huh? I was like, he's a superhero, but you gotta, you can't tell the secret, like yo, because it's such a respect as their dad, their biological father. So yeah,
Shout out to my
shout out to.
partner because I knew he would do it right. Like obviously, my partner's gonna do it right. Like as step parents, tear down the
Never,
original fact. Like that's
never.
not your role. That's not your game in the situation. Like if you're not making it better, you're making it worse. So shout out to you. And the
Mm,
steps. We give the steps a lot of credit, but tonight yo shout out to the fathers, bro. For real.
Yeah, no, shout out to the fathers for sure, man. Because yeah,
It's important.
y'all job is real,
It's
and
important.
contrary to what people like the narrative that likes to be spread, a lot of y'all are doing it the right
No
way,
doubt, bro.
and y'all don't get enough credit for just trying to figure it out. Like at least you trying, like So, are you gonna miss? Are there gonna be missteps? Of course, that's with every aspect of life. But a
No
lot of
doubt.
y'all, man, y'all keep swinging, and I love it, and I appreciate y'all, man, for
No
real.
doubt. Shout out to the fathers.
So yeah, that's that. Did you say something? Because if you did, I ain't hear you.
I didn't. I said shout out to the fathers quietly, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, now shout out to y'all. My shout out to Simone Biles, B.
Oh,
Like,
salute.
yeah, shout out to Simone Biles, and actually, the whole Olympic team, they going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And like this sister's been doing such amazing things that they're naming moves after her.
No
And
doubt.
she's what, 26, so she's like the oldest to win a gold, and she's going
Yeah,
crazy.
but she was like the youngest to like break a record for getting the most goals. So like she's
Like she's
totally
going crazy, man, trying to.
dominant in the sport. She's totally dominant in the
That's
sport.
a fact. So shout out to her in
Absolutely.
doing that.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to Allen Iverson. I'm becoming under Shaq for VP under Shaq for Reebok.
It's
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Yeah, I peeped
That's a
that
comment, so we
they
read that.
caught
Shout out
sense.
to shout out to us. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I know
Yeah, him and
what's the name?
Shaq and Iverson got some positions that he put Angel Reese on
Yeah,
as well.
I will say I know they signed Angel Reese. See, I've been seeing that, but I didn't see it was under the leadership of Shaq and AI. So shout out
Yeah,
to them, man.
no doubt. No doubt.
Shout out to Shaq and AI.
For sure.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, let's get into this thing. What you got? What you got for me, bro? What you pray us
Yeah,
up?
man. Yeah, prayers up. Prayers
Pray
up.
us.
Want to
Go
get
ahead.
that.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Yeah, I would say prayers up. And I mean, we don't have a lot to talk about the topic, but I would say, the Israeli conflict and that war and people are calling a lot of different things at this point. And I may have personal feelings about it, or you may have personal feelings about it, but I would urge people to realize that the loss of human life is never cool. And
Okay.
so like that's not there's no conflict that I'm gonna pick a side. Like yo, no one killing and war is not good, right? Like DL Hughley posted something featuring that song War, right? What is it good for? Like this is not a game. So a lot of y'all are playing online and you posting stuff and you're trying to just get clickbaity, and that's again, man, I know we live in that culture, and I started a podcast, me and my best friend of 20 years, but like at some point you do got to have a level of integrity, and we seeing a lot of things online where people are like putting their personal feelings and like, yo, people are dying, babies, children. Like, yo, this is not a game. This is not for the internet. This is not, this is not funny. So it's like,
lives.
there's certain things like you can't clickbait it. So even if you feel a certain way about the conflict and the war, like, yo, all of us, the same people in America, we playing for peace, bro, regardless. Like, nobody wants to see babies and children. And like, that ain't cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Churches, like, that's not who we are as a global family. And so that's the message I'm pushing. Regardless of how you feel, stop playing on the internet about this, because it's not a game. This is not fun.
Shit hurtful, bro. It's hurtful to see, and the fact that people like that they want to play about it, bro. Like, everything not worth your clicks and your likes and your mentions and shit like that. That shit not funny.
Yeah,
that's just like, yo, these people's lives are being torn apart. Like, we're watching genocide live and in action. Like, we're like, this is crazy, and it's crazy because I was talking about this the other day, and I was like, yo, they've been. Like, this has been a war that's been being fought for, our whole lives, honestly.
Yeah,
it just gets quiet and then it turns up, and then it gets quiet and it turns up. So it's been something that, so if you've been paying attention, like, this has been a war that's been going on, and we'll get into this as another day, but as a nation, we're complicit in that shit, honestly.
Yeah, man, there's been some things going around.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like that, but
yeah, I say that's not new. Western powers fueling
that's
the global conflict.
Fact. And I bet you a lot of these young people that's being, like, first of all, making fun of it, and then secondly, like, the lives it's been on, they don't even know what they're fighting over. They just know that's just their lives. This war is their lives, and that's just why, I don't know. And of course, there's all types of propaganda that goes with it. So, yeah.
Awesome, man. With war, that's but again, like, I'm not encouraging you to pick a side. I'm not going to tell you my side or my stance. Like, that's not the point. Is how do our leaders bring other world leaders to a table and say, how do we fix it, right? With minimal, killing. How do we fix it? And
I'm gonna tell you what
that
fix
should
stuff
be
like that, and it's gonna be an unpopular opinion. But have these leaders, y'all go shoot it out to the death. Don't send women and children and all that. No, y'all do y'all thing, and then whoever wins, their country wins. Like, come on, man, because a lot of them, they're not losing, sons, daughters, stuff like that. The higher ups, they're protected.
No doubt.
So
oftentimes.
Yeah, so no. We gonna keep praying with them and for them and everybody affected, both sides, because just because one side is an aggressor, that don't mean some of their people aren't suffering in this whole thing as well.
That's how it's going. That's how war goes. But I mean, again, when we talk about politicians, we talk about leaders. It's up to the leaders to let it not get to this point. It's gotten to this point because leadership has their egos. They got their own agendas. Like, a lot of people have their own pieces to it. People that you're pushing a button and you don't realize when you push the button to tell whoever to go do whatever, you're pushing a dangerous button, man. And so we gotta be mindful. For those of you who are leaders out there on a global scale, like, yo, man, like, this is not the way. Let's do it a different way. Let's try something else.
That's a fact. Speaking of politicians, though, you sent me something about a politician and
Senator Manchin.
Yeah.
You want me to? Okay, yeah. So
that's your thing.
Senator Manchin. Now, for those of you who don't know, brothers in the NCAA this year are starting to make some money, and some of them are making a good living. But let's just be honest. If you got 60 people on a football team, everyone's not paid like that. And so for a sitting senator to come out and say what was said about freshmen and sophomores, and I want to read his direct quote because it just lends to the energy of our politicians. Like, we just came off, prayers up for the global conflict that we're all witnessing right now in real time. But this is what one of the U.S. senators comes out and chooses to want to talk about. I don't want to hear you talk about this. So to just say his direct quote, he said it's hard to root for kids when they're starting as multimillionaires as freshmen and sophomores. How is it hard to root for them, Senator? It's hard to root for them because they had to work their ass off to get to that point. You don't look like you played many sports. You kind of look like, a little pudgy and out of shape. So
And he
you
may
don't
have in
understand.
his day, but
No, you don't understand. No, because if you did, you wouldn't say that.
yeah, no,
Because you
that's a
understand
fact.
what it takes to even get to get what it takes to get to
A
Travis
freshman,
Hunter's
yeah,
fate. What it
sophomore.
takes to do that is it's not hard route for them because coming up in the neighborhood, a lot of people don't have nothing. You the
Yeah,
savior for your whole family. We're changing familial projectiles. And so this is not for you to come up. This is ridiculous for you to even be
it's
talking
hard
about right
for
now.
you to root for him. What you want the little poor black boys playing,
Man,
and that's what makes you root for him. Like,
it's tough.
hmm,
It was a tough quote for him, and I hope that he's going to come back and retract and say, "Listen, this is what I meant."
yeah.
Because we give everybody grace on here on the ADP. So
It
I hope
sounds
he'll
like he
come
wants
back
to see some
soon and
Mandingo
retract.
fighting, and that's what it is. The poor
Whoa,
black slaves going back and
well,
forth
you
for little
said it. I
scraps.
didn't say that,
But
but
you
you
were
said
singing it
that.
in the school. I mean, that's what it sounds like you want. But like, why, bro? Like you said, it's
Why?
a very small percentage. What you need to be worried about
No
is
doubt.
putting things into effect that protect the players that's getting the NIL deal.
Yeah,
And what I
well.
mean by that, did you hear about the play? He's in the NFL now,
Hmm.
but he signed his NIL deal, and I want to
Hmm.
say he got 500,000, 400,000, whatever
Sure,
the case
whatever.
may be. And I don't even
Hmm.
know his name. But in that contract, it says for the next 25 years or the next 15 years,
Excuse
they
me.
get something like 15% of his NFL money.
Yeah, man.
The companies,
It's called perpetuity.
yeah, like that's wild, bro. Like 15% of whatever you make from
Forever,
the NFL for the
forever.
next his career probably won't be 15 years in the NFL, depending on what position he plays, unless he's a kicker. And
Oh, bro.
yeah, like
Cold.
that's what you need. You need to work on protecting these players. Like we want to be the most powerful nation in the world, but we don't want our people to come up as we do that.
And I mean, you got to think about this. Nobody has said this point, and I'm going to say it right now. So this is an original thought. Go ahead and post this on your social medias.
Gang.
All these people are mad about NIL and NIL this and NIL that. If I just seen today, Bronny's up to like 5 point something and Shador's up to 4 point something. If they're making that, what have these colleges and institutions been making off these kids this whole time?
Mm, talk about it.
What
Talk about
what
it.
has been the revenue stream that these universities and businesses and endorsement people that have used these kids for all these years with
Well,
no
it's been
pay?
a lot of jersey
What
sales. It's been a lot of.
what has
Wait.
been y'all percentage of
Yeah,
this? Y'all have
yeah.
not paid them. And in 1 year, we're seeing multiple students get into the millions. So if they're able to accrue that, what have y'all been hiding from us?
Yeah.
What have you been hiding from us? What have you been taking from these kids and their likenesses, regardless of not being able to pay them? What have you made off these children?
Billions over
But
the
nobody
years.
wants to. Our
They don't want to talk
senator,
about that.
Senator
That's why they mad
Manchin.
because now. And here's the crazy part. I was about to say they mad because now they're not making. They're still making that money off of them.
Oh,
But
they're
now
still getting it.
these players are just eating as well.
Exactly. Precisely.
And there's a certain leverage that's lost with these players eating. A lot of
Yeah,
people are
because now
mad
I
at.
can leave. You got the transfer portal, and I can go make my money. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have to. I don't have to stomach your BS.
yeah,
If you don't want to pay me here, I'll go somewhere else where they're willing to
that's
pay.
a fact. Yeah, and I mean, is there a negative side to it? Of course there is. There's,
I
like
don't
I
know
said,
the negative side of NIL.
yeah, like I said, the people, the players being taken advantage of, they're just signing, and they're not sure what they're signing as far as
Okay, yeah, okay, that's
yeah.
yes, yeah,
Or
okay.
you got people like I'm not gonna say any names because we just shouted this brother out, but he's like, oh well, if I don't get to go to the team I want to, I'll just stay another year and I'll still make that money because of NIL, and
Brave New World. You have a problem with that?
I don't have an issue with his stance. I think it'll hurt. It can potentially hurt an athlete's future because the NFL is an institution, and
Damn right.
they're not going to let you take their institution down. So you can be blackballed for something like that, and it's unfortunate.
I
It's unfortunate,
agree with
you
that.
know.
No, I agree with that too.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so it can hurt these players' future, especially if they. And I'm pretty sure this brother I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure he's a very smart brother, and he'll navigate it the right way.
Yeah, but the point
He'll get his
is,
shot.
there's a shift coming. So for the NFL, for these corporations, for these institutions, this is what we on the ADP have always talked about. When you put people's back against the wall for so many years, and then they're able to taste freedom, you're not going to just strip it from them. They're going to want more.
Yeah.
And they deserve it because they're the talent. They're going to want more and they deserve
You're
it.
the sack. They'll come to you. And yeah, so that's that on the whole NIL deal. Shout out to the players. Let's get in the NIL
Yo,
deal.
man, get your bread, young black
Keep grinding.
man.
You deserve it. You out there putting your body on the line.
Get your bread, count your bread.
Going through crazy training and then still going to class and keeping a certain GPA and all that. So shout out to y'all.
You deserve it all. Get it.
Get it. Just be smart. Make sure you keep the right people around you so you won't end up in a situation to where you owe somebody your life for taking $30,000 and now you're paying them $5 million out of every check.
We've seen that, right? We've seen the Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush is another. Like, they taking trophies. They were killing some of these kids for taking a few $1,000s. But then you hear the stories about a football player or a basketball player don't have money to eat, but y'all want them to go out there and drive 40.
DeMarcus Cousins was talking about that when he was at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel got fined for signing and autographs. Of course, it's been happening. They've been profiting off these players. Yeah. Speaking of Boogie, I did post a video and of Boogie. Was a fan at a game going crazy when he seen him. DeMarcus Cousins like, "Oh, yo, bro, you want to take a picture with me?" He's like, "Yeah, oh my God, can I get your autograph? This, that, and the third." Mm-hmm. And the security guard walked up and was just like, "Well, no, you can't." DeMarcus Cousins replied, like, "Nah, like I can sign this jersey, bro. Like, yo, don't you taking your job too serious?" Yeah, facts. First of all, so before I get into that, because we're not going to go stay on that long, but shout out to him for taking the time to make the fans' day, bro. That's shout out to you. That's dope. That's dope as hell, bro. So shout out. Because
these people do spend their lives, man. They travel. They love these. They're idols. These athletes are role models. So people spend their lives. Yeah, man. They want to autograph whatever. They want to sign whatever. Like, stop. This is sports, man. Yeah. This is sports.
But now, what I will say is, I don't like the statement of you take your job too serious.
No, you don't like that?
I can't stand that. Reason being because, these security guards or whatever they're called in stadiums, they're not being paid millions to be there.
No, they're not.
That may be their only job to support their family. Sure. I didn't even really see the security guard, so it might be a brother with 4 kids, and it's just him.
I get your point.
So yes, I take my job serious because this is how I feed my family.
But there are some people who do take it a little too serious.
It may. I mean, there's of course there's people being excessive with certain things, but
I've worked at places.
I don't think that person was being excessive. I think he was like, I got a job to do. My job is to make sure you're not down here.
I get it. I get it. I don't like it.
And that was one of the things I hated when I was doing security. People go, "Oh, y'all take your job too serious." Well, no, because when somebody's shot in the club, y'all say, "Oh, well, where was security?"
That's real.
So that's why that's something that always bothered me. Like, yo, you don't know what that job means to that person.
That's real. No, I respect
it. Shout out to him, though. Shout out to him. Oh, that's dope. What else we got? What
you got for me?
Was it in Texas with the young brother in school?
With his hair.
Huh?
With the hair. With his hair, his locks.
Yeah, I know, but was it in Texas?
It was in Texas.
Yeah, Texas seemed to miss the mark a lot. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
It's like one of your mics cut off or something like that.
Hold on. You got me now?
Yeah, you good now.
All right, yeah. Yeah, it was in Texas.
It was definitely in Texas. The young brother, he was first suspended, and I'm sorry I don't have his name. I'll look it up in a second. He was first suspended from the school because of his hair. He had locks. And they came back and then expelled him, and he would have to go to an alternative school or whatever. And of course, I'm sure it's going to be appealed, and I'm sure it'll probably even be overturned. But
which none of that.
This
process is nonsense.
They had specific rules in their student handbook for black kids' hair. From all accounts I've seen, like it got to be a natural color. It can't be below your shoulders if you're a boy. Something like that. Something wild, bro.
There was beads and decoration clauses.
Yeah,
all
like
types
that.
of crazy stuff.
I mean, and was that a public school?
This has been happening all over the country for quite some time, and so a lot of people. My only piece to this story is, this Crown Act thing was supposed to protect these kids, and time after time, I'm just not seeing it. And so for all those people,
I think that happened before the Crown Act was passed, and I'm talking about with this one this case in particular that we're talking about. But so I think
this brother, the post that I shared, they were saying the Crown Act was just passed to protect against this nonsense. That's what the brother was saying. And I gotta fact check it, but I'm pretty sure the Crown Act is in effect.
It is in
effect.
So
here we are.
I mean, and that's crazy though. Like he's not. I mean, granted, I don't know him, so I don't know what his But he probably wasn't a threat to anyone. It was his hair. And if you know people, I know a lot of people with locks. Shout out to my brother Tracy right there. I know a lot of people with locks, and their hair carries so much for them. Like a lot of people, their hair carries a story and a journey. And so to say I can't get an education because my hair is a certain length is wild to me.
100%.
And that's just another speed bump in the road of us.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, maybe not shout out, but really shout out to Larry Elder, I love watching Larry Elder's clips because he's running for president. For those of you who don't know, shout out to Larry. He'll never probably win it, but his takes on racism, and I mean, he's not the only one, but I feel like I just seen a clip of him today, so I'll bring him up. It's like some of these politicians' clips or takes on racism is just like, I don't see it. Like, it's a clear example every day. I could pick one a day, literally. I could pick one a day. Around our country, I can pick one a day.
It's happening too much. Like, bro, his hair.
Come on now. His hair.
And from the pictures of him, it looked like it was well kept and everything.
They did it to a kid. They did it to a kid not too long ago for not even having locks. He had a part. He had a fly little part. You know how we used to do it back in the day. Yeah. He had a fly little part, and they was on this young kid that was in middle school about it. So it's like, this is not. Millions of people are not imagining racism, so y'all have to stop trying to hoodwink us with that.
Yeah, like
we're not imagining racism.
You can Google a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, like stop playing with it. And I'm not saying you even have to do anything about it, or I'm not saying you have to care about it, political leader. But don't try to come to the masses and be like it doesn't exist. Because now it's just a real thing. It's buffoonery at that point. If you say like, listen, I don't want to deal with it, and I'm trying to push us forward, we respect that more than you trying to come and be like it's not real. Like there's a dynamic where you could sell your bullshit better, and maybe some more people would buy it. But to say it doesn't exist, nobody's buying that, bro. You look ridiculous.
When you buying that shit, you selling. So this topic was interesting. It was funny. On
a lighter note,
it's definitely on a lighter note. Oh, it might not be lighter because
it might not, but we've been heavy tonight. But on a lighter note,
we've been heavy, and I don't even think we even planned on being this heavy.
No, we didn't.
We just chopped it up like, what's some stuff we're gonna talk about? This, and this. Let's go.
Yeah.
So on a lighter note, it's a video going around of a lady in a car, and she was like, guy asked her, and granted, now I will say this, it is very possible it was staged. A lot of stuff.
I don't think it was. And if it was staged, it was staged by her. The way the way that dude was reacting, he seemed like, oh my God.
Wait to get to the dude's reaction.
No, you gotta see his reaction. You gotta look at it after.
And I'll watch it. Yeah, she was sitting in the car, and she was out on the first date, and she was just like, he brought me to Cheesecake Factory on a first date.
And so he got out the car to open her door.
Yeah, and he was just like, is it something wrong? And she was on some like, I'm not going to Cheesecake Factory.
Shorty said, you think somebody that looks like this is gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory?
And keep my thoughts.
And so yeah, man, that's the story, and it's really going around heavy right now. Like a lot of people are talking about it, and Yeah, you want to give me your thoughts? You want to give me? Was she tripping? Was he tripping by taking her there? What you think? Was it his fault?
I will say this. I feel like a lot of people have these thoughts and these mindsets and things like that. My issue was
You
her
got a thought,
posting
Jay?
it.
That's your one issue.
That was my biggest issue was her
Okay,
posting it.
okay, because that's a different word, biggest and only, right?
Well, that was my biggest issue. As far as her, oh well, I don't want to go on the first date to Cheesecake Factory. You're entitled to your preference. So if you want
No, you're
somebody
not.
that's
No, you're not.
no, you're
Stop.
definitely
What are you
you are.
doing?
You
What are
definitely
you
are. You
doing? What
definitely
are you
are. Come on
doing
now.
right now? What are you doing right
No,
now?
listen. You're entitled to your preference, so you just don't have to date that person. And brother, go find somebody else worth it to you, bro. She's clearly not the one. She, yeah. So
She could
not
have told him
like
that. She could have told him that without the camera, like you just
she
said.
could exactly. That's why that was my biggest issue. Like, yo, you don't have to like me because I want to take you to a local restaurant or something like that. Oh, well, you took me here. Well, you can get out of my car. You can
I'd have
politely get
turned
out
it
of my
up.
car.
I would have turned it up. I would have turned it up. I would have
You don't
turned it
have
up.
listen.
I
We
would
don't
have
have to go
turned
on
it
this
up.
date, and I'm cool.
I'm
But so date
sorry.
is
I'm
officially
sorry.
over.
I would have
Get
turned it
out
up.
my shit.
Yeah, I would have turned it up. I would have had to because that's you got me
Because
on
this
camera.
date is now over because you don't want to go to Cheesecake
So
Factory.
because you didn't see
Get
it,
out my
so
shit.
because you didn't see it,
Mhm.
let me fill you into what the brother did. He leaned in the window and was like, "Now we could talk about it. We want to go somewhere else. We can go somewhere else." He was accommodating to Shorty, and then he was like, "Well, let me get back in the car." He was like, "Let me get back in the car, and then we'll talk about it." And he was like, and then she put the camera on herself and was like, "Oh yeah, get back in the car. We're gonna talk about it." And then that's when the video kind of ends. So it's let me give you my 2 cents, man. Let me give you my 2 cents because we gotta stop. You kind of beat around the bush and we wanted to play.
Like I said, I watched it up to that point, and it was just like I'm not watching this shit.
Unacceptable. That is unacceptable behavior.
Oh, it's rude as
Not
fuck.
cool. From any perspective, I got multiple issues. I'd have a tough time telling you what my biggest one is. Some of them I won't get into because then I'm going to seem rude and insult the young lady, and that's not what I want to do. But what we're not going to do is condone that at all. That was wrong on every level. If someone is taking you out, cautious, grateful human beings, even if they're taking you to a gas station to get chicken wings, you get a bag of chips and say thank you if you don't want to eat gas station chicken wings.
Wait. Have you seen what gas stations are doing with chicken
I
these days?
understand. Listen, I get it. Then you get out the car and you get a bag of chips, and then you don't talk to that person no more because, like you said, that's not your preference. But you don't go on a date and then
go live.
And so no, because the flip side is if you're a woman, the narrative for so long has been you don't want to take me where I want to. You don't value me, or you don't let me make the decision, or I want you to make the decisions, right? That's what women have been yelling at for the longest.
Yeah, tell me be ready at 8.
That's it. That's been the whole thing, right? So now I tell you, be ready, and now I take you somewhere, and we still got a problem.
Not good enough?
No, hell no. No, hell no. You would have taken an Uber, and I would have given you $3 to aid you in your Uber excursion back to your crib.
You shit.
I would have gave you $3
because that means no, because that means technically you owe me gas money because I wasted my time and gas to get here. So if anything, you owe me money for this. No,
yeah, man, but
it was BS for real.
Inappropriate.
Once again,
inappropriate.
You knew because honestly, so when you go on the first date, granted, you can do nice things or whatever, but it ain't about where we at because I'm trying to get to know you.
That's it. This
is me trying to get to know you. I can tell you about my first date, but it wasn't as I'm not sick, bro. But
he is sick. He is. He's crazy. He's ridiculous. She was
She
totally in the wrong, inappropriate back. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Where did she get the ass to run down Sandals? Movie, right? Where did she get the ass to run down Cheesecake Factory? Cheesecake Factory is delicious. So we're not gonna do that either. Shout out to Cheesecake Factory and what they're able to establish as a franchise.
Yeah, it's not like he didn't take her to like some bodega.
Come on, man. And I'm taking you. So the assumption is what? I'm paying. You don't
I'm
gotta pay
paying.
nothing. Go ahead and get you some spaghetti and let's call it fine. If you don't like it
brother-
after, you don't like it.
And the brother came around and opened her door.
From
Like he was being a gentleman.
Tried to violate him for the internet.
Yeah, like
Tried to
for
violate him for
likes,
the
she did that
internet.
shit for likes, shorty. And honestly, as quiet as it kept, fuck that. You ain't all that bad to be saying
I
shit
wasn't
like that.
gonna get into that kind of
I
thing.
caught myself earlier. I caught myself earlier.
You wildin'. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get
I
into how
caught
bad she
myself
was.
earlier. And
I'm not gonna get into how bad she
I ain't
was. I'm not gonna get. That's
I ain't
preference.
Shamar Moore.
That's
Because
preference.
nah,
That's
fuck
preference,
that.
bro. I'm not gonna get into
I'm
it.
not Shamar Moore, but to say somebody that looked like me. You lucky it was Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, man,
We'd have been at the
you wild.
Cubanita.
I got
On some chicken sandwiches.
the Cubanita.
Walking up Stein Drive eating them bitches with 50-cent sodas. You feel me?
I'm
So,
not.
no. Cuz, brothers, kings.
Now you want to
kings
turn
out
it up?
here.
You want to turn it
Know
up?
your
Go ahead, turn
worth.
it up. Go
Know
ahead,
your
turn it
worth,
up.
kings.
Uh-huh.
He should have seen it he should have seen the red flags from jump.
Okay.
But know your worth, kings. Like, there's a lot of brothers out here trying. They're
Yeah.
trying to find love. They're trying to do it the
No
right
doubt.
way. You know, he
No
took us
doubt.
to a nice
No
place,
doubt.
blah, blah, blah.
No doubt.
And she trying to tell my guy.
Yeah.
He might
Yo.
have bread
Yo.
on top of bread on top of bread.
Nah. But Cubanita walking down Stein Drive with 50-cent sodas. For those of you who know, that's a date for real.
Fire.
Back in the
Bro,
day.
like,
Back in the day. Back in the day.
Fire, but
That's
I'm
a
just
date,
saying,
baby.
like,
Shout out to the Cubanita. I think it burned down, but shout out to the Cubanita.
I think it's back up and functional.
That would be beautiful. I would love to take a beautiful young lady to the Cubanita, get us a chicken sandwich and some mystics, and let's chop it up.
And as a bodega, that lets you know how fire it was as a bodega, because motherfuckers knew the name of it.
Yeah, baby.
How many bodegas you knew the name of it?
That ass, not a nickname. That's the name on the joint.
That's the name on the joint.
I still don't even know what that means. I still don't even know what the La Cubanita. What does La Cubanita mean?
Little Cuba? I don't know.
Okay, whatever. I don't know what it means, but they made fire chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, see.
And
I just
it was
had
done.
one of them when I went back home, still fire like that.
Come on, baby.
They back up and running, bro.
Legitimate,
Every time
baby.
I come to the hood, I'm going to Cubanita. Bro.
Legitimate,
I don't think the
baby.
chicken sandwiches are $5 no more, but they still make the same.
And it was $5 with that hot sauce and mayo. Boy, stop playing.
Mayo,
y'all don't know.
Yes, my guy.
Y'all don't know. But back, my last thing I gotta say about Shorty is like, women, if you want, now you on your big, now you doing your big one. Okay, like I said, last thing
I'm
for
good,
Shorty.
bro. Like I was trying to be mild mannered about it. And
last thing for Shorty is like, and I mean for women in general, if I'm gonna give relationship advice, man, because we do that from time to time here on the ADP, it's like you gotta get to know people. Like, nobody's about to roll out the no boo and the roof Chris on the first date. Like, cats is out here struggling. The economy ain't what it once was. Get to know somebody. Not to say that there's not cheap and brothers out here that really ain't shit is gonna try to cheap you out on the first date, which I'm not saying you should ever do that. But the energy in that video didn't seem like the brother was trying to cheap her out. It just seemed like, I'm gonna take you in a quiet place, feed you, and let's chop it up and see if we can get to know boo or the roof Chris. Let's see if we can get there.
My first date, we went to this little spot, little bar and grill, Johnny T's, real low key, nothing crazy, nothing just. I mean, we chill, we vibed, we talked, we did it. A few months later, it was the Ritz-Carlton in Atlanta. But
you're gonna elevate
it. Take time.
Let me get there. Let me get there.
Exactly. Let's take time. Which, by the way, Ritz-Carlton, it was nice, but you're paying for a name, and it's cool. No. The service was amazing.
You're not paying for a name. You're paying for an experience.
Service? No. You're paying for the name. The service was amazing. I will say that.
A different show.
Yeah. But the room was nice, but different shows.
Yeah, I'm about to say, let's not.
I'm not shitting
I would
on it,
love.
'cause the room wasn't
I'm about to
shitty.
say, Ritz-Carlton, we would love you as a sponsor, please.
Yeah,
you have a wonderful establishment, and we would love to do our podcast from there one day live.
But you work towards stuff like that for real.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Ritz-Carlton. You work toward having a name that people want. I'm gonna pay this much. Just
I respect. Yeah, from that. Yeah,
so I definitely respect it, but it was nice. It wasn't bad. I didn't have a bad experience. I wasn't upset about it, but. Shorty, nah, you full of shit. You did that shit for the internet. And
you might have missed it. You might have blocked your blessing.
That's what really pissed me off. Like, that's not. Come on.
I'm
Like,
not
'cause
trying to go off
then
on
you
her
mad
because
at
I
dudes.
think it was about clickbait.
It
I
was
mean,
about clickbait
that's
because
the
then you
era.
mad, oh, these men ain't blah, 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 blah. But, like, you got somebody that's probably genuinely trying to treat you nice and, maybe it is all he can afford.
Or two.
You never know.
But if he's a
But,
solid brother, the question is, if he's a solid brother, should that really matter to you?
nah, because then you grow and grind and build together.
Yo, wrap it up, man. Wrap on that right there. Wrap it up.
I'm going to go first because my shit
I
is
can
going to
go.
be a little off topic.
I can go first. You
I had
want me
this
to go
wrap.
first?
I had this wrap up already. Go ahead. You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I would say as we continue to grow in the internet age and we're gonna get more technology, right? We talked a little while ago about flying cars, and you need to be able to differentiate entertainment and reality. What we're seeing in Israel and with that global conflict, that's not for entertainment. That is to make you aware, and it is to be taken serious. With Shorty playing old boy at the Cheesecake Factory, there's a serious element to it, but we can have fun with that. And so, us as a society and us as a public, I need you to be able to differentiate what is being put on the internet and what it is there for.
Mm-hmm.
What's there to make you aware of what's going on in the world around you for real, or what's there to be like, hey, me and my people can have a little fun with this. And so that would be my wrap up.
I like that. I like that. That's real shit. You wrapped it up on some real shit. I'm gonna start off by saying, fuck that lady. Real
now
nigga,
you tight.
otherwise.
Now you tight. Now you tight.
Yeah. Because I was shitting on a long time as a single man, and now I found my queen, so I'm good. I'm not bitter, but
respect it. I respect it.
But
Go ahead, King.
I'm a sign off on a personal note. I'm gonna sign off on a personal note. Let me tell you people something. And I love my whole ADP family, but let me tell people
for
something.
sure.
Stuff gets back to me, stuff gets back to me here and there, this, that, and the third. And whether it's work, coaching, whatever, stuff gets back to me. And let me tell you something, why I'm always around and people keep me around. Because I'm fucking reliable.
Word.
Fourth quarter, a minute left on the goal line. I'm going to get it in ninth inning, bases loaded, 2 outs, put Shakes in, he's going to strike him out.
I give him the ball every time.
Stuff like, I don't know why, Mike's still here, Mike do this, because Mike is fucking clutch.
Every time.
Shakes is clutch.
100.
And then on the last hour when it's like, yo, this needs to be done, I get it done. So, like I said, stuff get back to me, yo. I'm here for a reason. You get the fuck out the way, because I'm here for a reason.
Word.
Yo, that's my wrap up, B.
No word. Yeah, y'all stop talking. Y'all stop me. Y'all don't play with my brother now. Don't play with my brother, because that's my brother. We go wherever we gotta go. But
nice, B. KJ said.
Go ahead, man. Wrap it up. Go ahead and give him the sign off. We're gonna see y'all next week.
No. Yo, I appreciate y'all being here. Shout out to everybody that we gave shout outs to. I'm sure we missed 1 or 2 people. We always talk about the podcast we listen to, or We Ain't Done podcast, Primetime Faux Show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Primetime Faux Show. So make sure y'all tune in. Hey, if you want to look us up on YouTube,
check us out, baby.
See
Prosperity Network.
Prosperity Network.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you'll find us. We'll work on getting it to where you can just type in all them podcasts and we pop up. I listened to our first episode, by the way. That shit was, we've come a long way.
We're grown, baby.
It was dope though. It was dope.
Yeah,
but
every time.
Look us up on YouTube, Primetime Faux Show. We Ain't Done. I seen the family check in from Straight Shots No Filter. Shout out to y'all. It was something else I had to say, but hey, follow us individually. Tracy's Prosperity Jones. I'm Unapologetically Shakes. DJ _ J Shakes. Coach Coach Shakes. I got a lot of pages. Just follow me.
Yeah. It's love. Check us out on DSPs too. Spotify going crazy too.
Spotify going crazy. Shout out to Spotify.
Shout us out to Spotify.
Do you know from where?
I didn't check the geographical area, but I'm gonna hope it's the New York family.
Hopefully the New York family. Love the New York family, yo. So shout out to Spotify, man. I had a good time, but I was really tired and didn't want to do it at first, but we here. And we did it, and we had a great
here for
time.
The family. No, here for y'all, and on that note, this podcast is
all done. Peace, love.
Family.